I'm sure if you've been in any of the big anime communities lately, you've heard of agenda. If not, agenda is the action of pushing the reputation of one character no matter what, putting aside logic, knowledge, and context for the sake of making the character look better. Agenda originally came from sports communities but leaked its way into One Piece. And once it hit JJK, it went nuclear. And now, almost everywhere you go, you're bound to see agenda. And one of the communities I'm most involved in that has begun getting its own agendas is Kagurabachi. So let's talk agenda in Kagurabachi. Now, there are many characters people will rep for. Rather, it's someone with barely any panels or a character who is yet to have any big on-screen moments. But there are some agendas that have a lot more people working for them than others. So first, let's go over the most basic one, the Chihiro agenda.
Who are you?
Who am I? Bro, I'm finna be you, bro.
Shut up, nigga, we finna be up there. Bye-bye, nigga, you finna be on there. Nigga, you finna be done there. Chopper volcano is finna erupt there.
If you are pushing the Chihiro agenda, you're milk and toast. He is the main character of the story, of course his agenda will be good. The whole point of agenda is that a character isn't the MC, and they don't have a chance of winning every single fight they're in, or even getting stronger at that. However, it is still fun to debate which points in the story Chihiro surpasses certain characters. Coming to the real agendas, there are several kinds you can choose from. You have your safe agendas, risky, and of course, the jokes that people will push around about certain characters being high tiers when they're most obviously not. So first, let's talk safe agendas. Now, a safe agenda is pushing for a character who has so much hype around them that no matter what will happen, they'll have at least one fight or really good showing that shows that they're obviously a top tier in the verse. For example, we have Hiyuki. This is one of the easiest agendas to push for because she's just flat out the Mihawk of Kagurabachi. Her statements are so hype, there is no way she doesn't at least fight like Tuhishaku or something crazy like that at this point. Plus, Hokazono seems to love drawing her, so I doubt he's going to get rid of a character he loves to put in art that much. And never forget, 99% of Hiyuki fans quit before she comes back next chapter. Hakuri is another character that is just bound to return with a huge impact because his character is just so clearly tied to Chihiro, and he is literally getting color pages with characters he hasn't met yet. Not to mention, he is literally said to be the key to getting the other blades as well, and I really think that foreshadowing is probably going to come back soon. There's also my personal favorite safe agenda, the Kuguri agenda, the one you'll find me pushing for the most, because let's be real, you see someone pull the shit Samura has been doing lately and you have a regular blade, you'd be staying on the rooftop as well. He's also said to have his own sword fighting style and his own sorcery that we'll probably be seeing next arc, so I'd keep any money you have on him for the time being there. Now, the opposite of a safe agenda is a risky one, where you don't really know where the character is going as it stands. For example, Hirohiku. Someone who is now famous for constantly getting his ass whooped whenever he is on screen. I just want to remind you, an 0-3 win ratio is still crazy. But due to the fact Samura did not kill him flat out in the last chapter, I have a feeling we'll be seeing more of the sorcerer. Maybe Todo will finally save his bum ass so he doesn't become the Megami of Kagurabachi. Some of the other risky characters to put your money on are the blade wielders. Now, although one of them has a questionable fate at the moment, this is still very much the sword bearer assassination arc at the moment. So for the time being, these guys' lives are still very much at risk. You also have the Masumi. Although they have lasted far longer than any other elite force, that elite force curse still likes to peer its head around the corner every now and then. So I invite you to pray for Sumi and Ro's safety every night. And Moku, I guess, as well. He's there too. Another group that could share a very similar fate to them is the Kaminabi heads. Well, at least two of the Kaminabi heads we know are very much combatants, so especially with what Yura is up to right now, there is very much a chance these guys will be seeing some action soon, so I'd place some money on them. For me, I am going all in on the female Kaminabi head, and I do not have a dime on these two, because those designs reek of off-screen and fodder. Lastly, we have Yori. Her role as Samura's biggest weakness has been shown to us multiple times now, so there is still a very big risk that we won't be seeing her for the rest of the story. Though, so far anyone who did put money on her has been doing very good. Now we've talked about safe and dangerous agendas, what about betting on a joke? Well, there is one character that should not have as much as a community relevance as he does. Kazane was a character from the first arc who was meant to be the anti-Cloud Gouger Force's ace. Notice how I said meant. That's because he had an absolutely pathetic performance that has earned him slander to this very day for just how bad he got speed diffed by Sojo. However, this also earned him a large following for some reason. Now, some people push the agenda mainly as a joke, but I have seen some people who are dead-ass ride or die for this man, and like, why? But overall, agenda is really just a fun way to engage in discussion in the community, even if sometimes it can be taken a little too far. Now, if you want some personal investment tips from me, I'd say keep whatever money you got on Kuguri because he is a trained swordsman that will go crazy. And with a risky agenda, I'd say keep your money on Iori. I feel like if Hyokazono planned to kill her, he would have done it already, so I'd keep an eye on her for how the rest of this arc will progress. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Check out my other stuff if you have time and let me know what characters you have your eyes on for the future of Agenda in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you all in the next video.